When a Missouri dairy farmer headed out to milk his cows in April of 2017, he made a shocking discovery. More than 30 of his herd were laying on the ground dead, but what had killed them? Misty and Jared Blackwelder own an organic dairy farm near the city of Kabul in Missouri. The couple had worked hard to rear their herd, which consisted of 150 cows. Jared's father, who had raised beef cattle, had inspired the couple to get into farming. So in 2007, Jared and Misty decided to go it alone and establish their very own dairy farm. The couple sell their produce through the Organic Valley Co-op, while people can also purchase the organic milk from a few select stores in Springfield, Missouri. So 10 years after setting up their farm, the Blackwelders were doing just fine. The weather in Missouri can be quite unpredictable. Storms are not an uncommon occurrence. As a result, the Blackwelders' herd was a hardened bunch when it came to living among the elements. And whatever weather the cows were experiencing, Misty and Jared were exposed to it too. Twice a day, they milked their herd outside, but although life was sometimes hard, they enjoyed working with their animals.
Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
So on the morning of April 29th, 2017, as usual, Jared rose early to get ahead with his work. He began milking his herd around 4 a.m. and had finished by the time the sun had risen. But then disaster struck. Jared had been returning to the barn when he saw an almighty flash. It was a huge lightning bolt. The farmer could tell it had struck close by due to the sheer force he felt from the impact. It was so bright I couldn't hardly see, he told the Springfield News Leader in May of 2017. It just brought fire down the fences. Naturally, Jared immediately returned to Misty and the safety of their home. It wasn't until later that day that he re-emerged to assess any possible damage to his farm. He headed down to where his herd had been grazing, and that's when he stumbled on the most horrific sight. Jared had been planning to milk his cows again, but he found 32 of them lying on the ground dead. Later, a veterinarian would confirm that they had been killed by the massive lightning strike. Although lethal lightning strikes are not uncommon, even the vet was astounded by the scale of the carnage. He had been in the business for a number of years. However, up until that point, the most animals he'd seen killed by a single strike was 6. I went down over the hill to see them lying there, an emotional Blackwelder said of the heartbreaking sight. They were just piled on top of each other. They were huddled up trying to get out of the rain, and although he tried to remain pragmatic about what had happened, he couldn't help but get emotional about the loss. It's not like they're pets, but the ones I'm milking, I've raised every one of them, Jared said. Dairy cattle are a little different because you mess with them twice a day. It knocks you hard. In one blow, Jared had lost a good chunk of his herd. Furthermore, in financial terms, he estimated the loss was around $60,000. Everything he and Misty had worked so hard for now seemed to be coming undone. To make matters worse, Jared said he didn't know if his insurance would cover the loss. Because his cows were organic, they were worth twice as much as regular cattle. As a result, the farmer didn't want to bury the dead cows until an insurance representative could verify them. When he could eventually lay them to rest, Jared would have to get a digger to bury them. When they get hit by lightning, you can't use them for meat, he explained. It blows them up from the inside. Jared had the support of Wright County, Missouri Farm Bureau. As a result, the organization took to Facebook to share the devastating post about the fallen cattle. Soon, more than 14,000 people had shared the shocking images. Furthermore, Jared received well wishes from all over the globe. Sending prayers from over the pond in Scotland, read one such comment. Regardless of what the cattle were used for, they were not only someone's livelihood, they were living beings. I truly hope you recover from this. Despite everything that had happened, Jared somehow managed to look on the bright side of life. He's thankful the strike didn't claim more of his cattle, and now he's determined to rebuild his herd so that it's stronger than ever.
If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.